Congratulations. It's a really big victory. First of all, how do you feel after that performance?
Tired, relieved, but also proud of the boys. I think fantastic performance. We had into the crunch time period of the season, and it's important to keep the nerves and to stick to your plan. I think fantastic first half. Should be higher up than just 2-0, if I'm honest. Missed also many chances. Also good start into the second half. Then sometimes the red card can change something. I didn't have the feeling at all, but we were a bit sleepy in one set piece situation. But then, of course, it's more or less like it's still Man United away. It's and also difficult to bring it over the line as a newly promoted side. But to be there with the first win, I think in our whole history on Premier League level, first win here since 40 years is amazing. And of course, a big step forward.
We spoke before. There was a slightly different second half. Of course, there was a red card sending off for Martinez. What did you make of that decision?
Yes, I've not watched the scene back. I was just told that it was a hair pull and for that a red card, I guess. Once the VAR has watched on it and said, okay, you have to break the game, and then the referee goes out and watches back, and it was probably a red card, but I haven't seen the scene, and was a bit worried because we had such a good momentum, and sometimes such a situation can change a bit the momentum. I would have preferred more or less to play further on 11 versus 11, but it is how it is, and in the end we won the game, and I don't complain.
We spoke before the game as well about the lack of goals in the last couple of Premier League games. Within 5 minutes, already on the score sheet, how much did that please you about the way that your team approached the game today? Yes,
very happy for the boys, because goals are always important for the momentum in the game, but also a sign of why we should be performance-wise in a much better position. Also today could have been way more effective, should have used our chances even better to bury the game before, and on the other side is the team packed with top class players, and they could bring quality from the bench in. And if you don't bury the game, it's always something possible, especially for the home team, Man United. And this is also why we have to stay humble. We are not perfect. We are sometimes there also with a mistake. We are not the finished end product, but we are on a good path, and also on the way to achieve something really positive during this season.
So 6 points clear of the relegation zone. Still a handful of weeks to go, but that puts you in a really good position. And does that give the team the confidence required for these next couple of weeks?
Yes, confidence, definitely. Win is always good for the mood, for the confidence, also for the table. But the reality is also, like, performance-wise, we should be already with far more than 40 points. And I think this team has performed over the whole season with unbelievable consistency. But we can be more effective in both boxes. And for that, the reality is we are on 36 points. A few more points are needed. But of course, we edge tonight 3 points closer. Important step, but nothing is achieved yet. We have to stay humble. We have to stay grounded. We have to stay hungry, and need to make sure that we're also on it in the upcoming games and win as many points as possible.
Congratulations today. Best of luck for the rest of the season. How do you see the way that your team had managed that second half, managed to keep hold of those 3 very vital points despite what happened?
I would say 95% really good. Of course, the situation with the goal in overload, you shouldn't concede then out of second phase on the set piece. On the far post and underload. I think we are overshifted, we're not aware enough. So there was a small mistake also in the final minutes. We could have killed the game with a bit more possession, calmed the game more down. There were good periods, but it was not perfect. Overall, I'm pleased, and I know the lads were also nervous. It was not the easiest week. We had several players also out and just in training for 2 days. Jakabiol, Gabi Gudmundsson, Noah Okafor. I was happy that we could find solution without Anton Stach, without Joe Roden today. So big compliment to the whole group, and for that, we were not immaculate today, but overall really good.